Shalom. My name is Michael Decker, and I'm a lawyer within the law offices of Cohen Decker Pex and Brosh. Today, I wanted to discuss the subject of unions, professional unions, which are mainly relevant for entrepreneurs and the independent businesses. A professional union is basically a term that is not so much a practical legal term, because as a lawyer I cannot go to the registrar of companies and register a union per se, or to the registrar of amutot and register a union per se, or to the registrar of partnerships and register a professional union per se. A union basically is a term which explains and describes an idea whereby a group of professionals and entrepreneurs in a certain field gather together, and they usually register this union as an amuta, for a non-profit entity, because no one in the union is supposed to make any specific profit here, because it's supposed to be an entity that's its sole purpose is to protect the independent businesses and entrepreneurs within this union. For example, there is in Israel the Professional Union of Translators, in Hebrew Igud HaMetargemim, because being a translator, in the end of the day, is a business. And in order for the translators not to find themselves in the race to the bottom when it comes to prices, and in order to protect themselves from being taken advantage of, and to keep and to maintain some kind of standard, they established this union, which is a voluntary union, which is a non-profit. And this union determined a price that they need to charge per word for translations. Now, you don't need to be a member of the union, and if you're not a member of the union, you don't need to charge these prices. But if you are a member of the union, you commit yourself to keep the rules of the union. Now, being a member of these unions many times give you a lot of credit, because unions, for example, can have seminaries, they can have conferences, and they can keep the members of these unions updated in their profession. And there are many people in the public that won't want to use a translator if he's not a member of the Professional Union of Translators. Another example, for example, is the union of tour companies for incoming tourists. This is also a voluntary union. Anyone can open a tour company, and anyone can bring tourists from abroad, even if you're not a member of this union. But most tour companies see it in their interest, commercially, to be a member of this union, because when you're a member of this union, you get sometimes better prices, because the union has bartering power, so you can get better prices in different entries to different sites in Israel. Sometimes a union can have so much power that even the government will condition a certain approval and recognition by you being a member of a union. For example, with the union of the incoming tour companies, if you want to be able to bring tourists from countries that don't have visa relationships with Israel, the Interior Ministry in its policy says that you need to be a member of the union for incoming tour companies. And without being a member of this union, you won't get an approval, and you will lose a lot of business. So basically, and it's also difficult to join many of these unions, like the union of the incoming tour companies. You need, in order to join the union, you need recommendations of 2 members of the union, and then they consider your request to join the union. You have unions that also have legislative recognition, like the Bar Association of Lawyers, for example. This union is so strong that it became officially recognized in legislation. So you can't even be a lawyer in Israel without being a member of the Bar Association, which in the end of the day is also a professional union. Our office has a lot of experience in registering unions and in helping entrepreneurs and businesses gather together and register unions in order to strengthen their field, and we'll be more than happy to assist you if you have any questions on the matter. Thank you very much for your time.